back to Love and Romance Tarot Readings. I'm excited for today's pick a card. Today we're going to see boyfriend, spouse, lover, or other. What is next in love for you? We're essentially getting into the nature of the partnership. So this could be partner, girlfriend, whatever way it would apply to you personally. But we're going to see the nature of the next connection that you will have. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. Other than that, you can pause the video if you need more time with the piles, and you can always pick more than one pile for all of my readings. For group 1, we have the White Stone. And we'll be using the Star Tarot. For group 2, we have the Yellowstone. And we'll be using the Santa Muerte Tarot. For group 3, we have the Purple Brown Stone. And we'll be using the Gilded Tarot Royale. And for group 4, we have the Red Stone. And we'll be using the Rider-Waite Tarot for group 4. So pause the video if you need more time, but we're just going to jump right into it. All right, if you chose group 1 with the White Stone and the Star Tarot, this is your reading. Boyfriend, spouse, lover, or other. What is next for you in love? We shall see. Spirit, this is for group 1 with the White Stone. Please show us their next romantic connection. What is next in love for group 1? I like the sound of that. Right away, we have determination. Oh, and we have dream. That just came out. So this could even be someone that you have seen in a dream. But it feels very long ago. Like just tapping into the energy right away. It feels like it's been a long time since you've had this dream. But the dream card, it says prophecy, hint, guidance, oracle, revealing, and symbolizing. So there's been some sort of spiritual message that you've received about this person. This could also be a message that you receive in the near future. It doesn't have to be something that you've already received, but it does say hint and guidance. So I feel like your guides are trying to give you a message in the dream space, something to do with this coming together for you. And then we have the determination card. It says courage, perseverance, no more indecisiveness, and firmness. So tapping in, it seems like this person it feels like approaching you first of all. But someone who's very determined to have you, someone who's decided in their head already that this is what they want. And that's always nice too, because that means that you don't have to like go out of your way to get this person on board or to get their attention or anything like that. It seems to be something that already exists within them, like their love for you or their desire for you. Spirit. The booklet. The booklet was mixed in with the cards. We have one that fell on the floor. Okay, so I feel like this is coming up soon. I feel like you had to wait quite a while for it. We have the romantic Knight card. It says romantic entanglement, sensual encounter. So not gonna lie, this could start off as like a one-night stand, something that's very short, temporary, and then there's a break and then it turns into something more, or this could be someone you already had one with, a romantic night with. Also, that's an energy of like a really good time, a really good first date. We have patience and resisting, so there's definitely this message of spirit coming through here, like yes, this journey has required patience, may still need some patience to come along. Maybe you've been really in your apothecary trying to manifest this, and I don't feel like that's required with this one. Patience says patience and decent self-control. Resisting says face your heart, do not follow blindly. So there could even be another person stirring your romantic interest at this time, trying to get you to pursue them or trying to get you to conform to what they want. I feel like there's a player in the midst. It's like yeah, crossing the barrier. It's like you're finally moving into this space where you're attracting someone who's determined to have you, someone who you have like a spiritual connection with the dream card, someone who you have really good times with romantic night. There's mutual attraction, like, you know, what it is you would want out of a romantic connection. And it seems like that's stirring up someone else's like desire for you and making them feel like, wait, my person, or the person who's always been here for me, like the person who's been chasing me is now chasing another or facing another direction, willing to move on from me, and they're feeling a way about it. So just be mindful of that. We have crossing the barrier here. It says overcoming obstacles. So there's an energy of you moving on, an energy of you moving forward, past connections. Also, for a small portion of you, this crossing the barrier is you finally moving into a serious space after a romantic night with someone, or after a good time with someone. I was just saying that. We got the apothecary card at the bottom of the deck. I was just saying you guys may have been in your apothecary trying to rush things or something like that. Any other card from here, Spirit? We have misunderstanding. So to be honest, I feel like you may be misinterpreting the way things have gone down. You may be internalizing it as personal. And I feel like if this is someone who you had a romantic night with, they're coming back and explaining things like, this is what I had going on in life, or this is what I was distracted by, this is why I couldn't move forward. They're explaining in detail why they weren't ready or why they weren't available. And then also some of you are misinterpreting the patience that you're being called to have at this time. And really it's to align you with the person that would give you that energy that you really want, where they're like kind of chasing you or pursuing you, you know, showing you that mutual interest. And you may be internalizing it like it's something I'm doing, taking it really personal, but Spirit is like, this is a part of the journey. There's obstacles that are being overcome through this. And hopefully you can come full circle and realize that it really has nothing to do with your own value. It's really just about being a match or not with someone, or, you know, the timing really needing to be right. Misunderstanding says misinterpretation, misinformation, and ineffective communication. So if someone has been flat out like kind of bad with their communication, I do see that, you know, clearing up and getting a lot better. Spirit for group 1. Boyfriend, spouse, lover, or other. What is the nature of this connection? We have getting to know each other. So I would say for the majority of you, nice. We have this could be the one. Yes, this is the energy we want to see. For the majority of you, I do feel like this is new love, and this could be the one. Definitely tells us a little bit more about the nature of the connection. I feel like this is definitely kind of giving us at least long-term partner relationship. I want to lean towards like spouse with this could be the one. The one is like the person you settle down with, the person it's usually like the end all be all. So getting to know each other says as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So this feels like someone you're talking to, someone you're getting to know, someone you still don't know. At least you may not know the real them. And then we have trust and pay attention to the red flags. So I definitely feel like Spirit is telling you like there is an imposter in your midst. Not going to lie, group 1. You definitely want to be careful. It feels like there's someone who's all of a sudden giving you all this energy because they can feel you energetically slipping away from them, whether you've done a cord cutting against them, or you've stopped focusing your energy on them. You're not sending them your energy. They're starting to feel that, and it's definitely starting to stir them up a little bit. So just be careful. Trust says the situation is calling for you to have faith. Pay attention to the red flag says the signs are cautioning you. So I definitely feel Spirit coming in with a protective message like, listen, keep up on your spiritual protection. Watch out for yourself. I just heard watch your back. So just be careful. Maybe in a literal sense for some of you, like Spirit just showed me someone leaving the gym. Just be mindful, especially if you like to work out, like, you know, in hours where no one's usually there. There may be somebody lurking in the parking lot, or, you know, lurking in the building. So just be mindful, careful. Spirit for group 1. We have it is safe for you to love. So at the bare minimum, I'm getting long-term relationship energy so far. We'll keep going. It says, open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So all of it kind of feels like very intense. It feels like very intense love. It feels dependable. So far, I'm going to say this definitely feels like a spouse. Maybe at first it was a lover, you know, someone who you were very physical with. And now it's turning into more. Spirit, can you show us the energy they're coming in on? What is the nature of the connection moving forward for group 1? Nice. Yeah, we got the 9 of Cups in reverse. Ooh. We have the 9 of Cups in reverse and the 6 of Swords in reverse. So this almost gives me an energy of betrayal, not going to lie. Like this feels like, no, I can't move on from something because they've actually done something. This feels like someone like played you or manipulated you or really did something that deserves karmic justice. And it's keeping you held back. And maybe it's not the fact that you're waiting for them to get karma, but maybe it's just you're waiting for like your big win or something like that after being in that relationship. We do have the Justice card here, so I do see things evening out. But I feel like for some of you, this is just like more even talking about the hate or strong feelings you may have in your heart for someone that's just kind of like eating at you, and that in itself is kind of dragging you down. I feel like Spirit's really calling you to let go of the past or let go of past relationships, past things that have happened. We have the Queen of Swords with the Lovers in reverse. So there's definitely like an energy of a relationship not working out, turning you into the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords usually is called a bee in the tarot deck. You know, she's very spicy energy. She does not play, okay, cut off game strong. And maybe this is what Spirit is trying to get you out of this Queen of Swords energy where you're quick to cut someone off after like one minor mistake. You know, you definitely want to get out of that energy before you meet like the one, because you could end up, you know, self-sabotaging a relationship that could be like the one, like a long-term spouse. And then it'll just kind of spiral from there. Spirit, can you show us the nature of the future connection? Well, we have the 8 of Wands, so I do see things taking off quite quickly. But again, I keep getting this old energy. We have the Death card in reverse, 4 of Swords in reverse. There's definitely something that you don't seem to have the courage to physically say. Like, there's something that you can't admit. And it's like maybe other people have been trying to make you aware of it and trying to tell you, but there's something you just can't say. I don't know what that would be like. It feels like internally you know, with the 4 of Swords being in reverse, it feels like internally you know, but it's hard to accept. We do have the King of Pentacles, which is cool, so they're coming in kind of this provider energy. Also, we have the 8 of Wands, so that's like a fast-moving energy. That's an energy of someone who wants to have fun, someone who wants to adventure. I see them taking you on dates. I see them treating you, taking you out. I see you guys, you know, going to different museums or exhibits, having a good time, them paying, hey, with the King of Pentacles there, you know, kind of really being a provider. We have the 4 of Swords in reverse and the 5 of Cups. And then we have the Death card in reverse here, though. So it would definitely serve you to work through the shadow work. And it's just for your own good, like to get that negative energy out of your spirit. Like for me personally, I can't stand... Oh, the doorbell might start going off. My son's friends, I can hear them outside. Dang, that made me lose my track of thought. But yeah, there's an energy of you having a hard time processing, letting go. Oh, that's what I was talking about. So for me personally, it's hard for me to match someone's energy because it makes me feel really bad. Like me personally, I'm a Cancer, so I feel my feelings like super amplified. So when the ugly comes out, and I get right with someone in the moment, it feels good, but it will stick with me for days, sometimes weeks, sometimes months, like a very, very long time, because I just can't help but to think back to that moment and replay it in my head and look at like just the ugliness that it brought out of me. So I feel like Spirit wants you to purge this energy for your sake as well. There seems to be some deep healing needed. I would say this is a good time to get some Reiki done or massage therapy. This is a good time to be physically active as you're burning, all that energy out of your body. It literally, the fat turns into a gas, it evaporates. You sweat it out, you process it, your body releases those toxins, and literally not only are you physically lighter, but that toxins, that negative energy, that stuck energy in your different points in your body is being released. Also, Reiki would be really good to have someone energetically work on you and get that out, because it feels like one of those situations where there really does seem to be a high buildup. So yeah, I would suggest that. I sell manifestation candles and custom spell work on my Etsy shop as well. So I can always do something for you, but whatever way you go about it, physically, you can do that yourself. You could do like different type of yoga, hip opening yoga, or wherever you feel like the energy is really sitting in you. Even some breath work would help, or just being active, going on runs, or starting with going on walks, maybe getting into, some sort of physical activity that makes you feel good, like taking a salsa class or going dancing or going swimming, whatever. Or magically by going through me, yourself, someone else, having someone work this out of you, or, emotionally, spiritually with the Reiki, even massage therapy, which would be more the physical, but it feels like there really is a buildup to the point where it's kind of blocking you. So if you feel like for an extended period of time you've been blocked in ways, even brain fog, I would definitely pursue any of those options. Will help, any of them. We have the Ace of Swords. It says brilliant ideas that may need refinement, overcoming obstacles with faith that everything will work out, clearly communicate and concisely, and remain objective. So Spirit is trying to tell you, like, you really can't see everything that's going on. And the way that you feel is based on the assumption that you can see everything. But when you broaden your perspective, when you open up your mind, even when you get that negative energy out of your body, you can reprogram your body with much more useful thoughts, much more loving thoughts, or just optimism at least. So you are not, moving from a space of like doom and gloom. We have the Two of Water here, which would be the Two of Cups. In a traditional tarot deck, it says falling in love or the resurgence of a romantic relationship. And that's exactly what we got right from the beginning. Falling in love, this could be the one, someone you can trust. It's safe for you to love this person, and it's safe for you to love again. It won't be a repeat of the past. It could never be a repeat of the past. You're not the same person. You're showing up as Queen of Swords. Can't nobody play you, period. So that's never going to happen just based on your energy and how you are. So that's not going to happen. But yeah, we did get like an energy for some of you that it's a resurgence of something that has already occurred, or something coming in the near future. It says forgiveness and the ending of challenges. So yeah, not gonna lie, I feel Spirit calling you into some forgiveness, but I feel like it's gonna be hard. But Group 1, you have my support. You have the support of, anyone in your community. And if you don't have a community, this is a good time to reach out and connect with like-minded people. So figure out what it is that you like. Are you into art right now? Are you in whatever it is you're into? And look for communities based on that. People who can support you. It says exchanging gifts. Don't give up on the people you love. So I see an energy of like a mutual connection coming in. And also there's the house off in the distance on this Two of Cups card. So I feel like a long-term energy here. Oh. Maybe Spirit wanted us to take those. We have the Page of Air. It says logical, perceptive, insightful, and blunt, an exciting intellectual challenge, brilliant insights and information that you may need, but may be challenging to receive. Review all documents very carefully. I feel like this is Spirit telling you to be vigilant, and going back to what Spirit was saying before about make sure you're going through all the documents, going through all the agreements, any date or any, someone wanting your number to text you, anything like that, like being very mindful of that energy. You may be seeing 999, 909. We got the 9 of air and the 9 of water. And then the dreamer, which would be the Fool card. So definitely a new beginning happening. The dreamer says a new start. Trust yourself, push your fears aside, and take the leap of faith. The 9 of water says your wishes are coming true. Your dreams are becoming a reality. This is a magical time in your life. Good fortune and faith in the universe. All will be well. And then the 9 of air, it says unfounded fear. Like literally, this fear that you have is based on past experiences. The fear that you have is not based on your present, and it's not based on your future, period, point blank. It just isn't. So I would definitely work on that. Doing the shadow work, doing some journaling. I would even look up like shadow work journal, because journaling can be good, but only if you have the right questions to ask yourself to really lead you through the healing work. So I would look up specifically like journaling for shadow works or for new perspectives, that kind of thing. It says, expecting the worst, thus creating self-fulfilling prophecies, allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the situation, sleepless nights, refocus your thoughts. So I would focus on some shadow work. This is giving spouse energy. It's giving the one energy at the minimum. I would say long-term relationship energy. So like a boyfriend, girlfriend, partner. But it really does feel like a spouse coming through. That's what I have for you, Group 1. My Etsy is in the description. If you'd like your own private tarot reading or any of my other magical offerings, that is where you can find me. And that's what I have for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose Group 2 with the Yellowstone and the Santa Muerte Tarot, this is your reading. Boyfriend, spouse, lover, or other. Who and what is next in love? We shall see for you, Group 2. We got the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck, so you may be manifesting, or this could be a manifestation. Let's see what we get. Spirit, this is for Group 2. Please show us who and what is next in love. And we got the Solitude card that came out right away. So it seems like you guys are in hermit mode. You've been in solitude, and you've really been, I just heard, enjoying your own company actually. So it doesn't at all seem like it's been like a sad thing. Ooh. And then we have someone trying to connect with you. So this is the Romeo and Juliet Oracle. So it does have like themes from, the play. But balcony is their place where they would meet and connect with each other alone, separate from their warring families. So it's just giving me an energy of like you're at home, or you're in your homebody era, you're in your solitude era, and people are trying to connect with you. So that it may be coming from out of the blue. Like you may have your mail person trying to flirt with you, your delivery people trying to flirt with you. You may have people be trying to come into your thoughts or come to you in the dream space. It seems like people are like really wanting access to your energy, but you're kind of in your solitude. But it doesn't feel like a traditional hermit mode where you're going into hermit mode and you're being intentional. Like I'm not going to talk to anyone, period, point blank. It does feel like you're open for the right one, and that's the whole point. So it's like I don't really see you like entertaining any old body just because they're interested, whereas in the past you may have gone on every date. You may have gone on every date. You saw every date as an opportunity, but it seems like you're really tapped in, like even to your own intuition at this time, to the point where you can feel probably within 30 seconds, really, if someone is for you or not. It's just something that something that you feel right away. Solitude says calm down, listen to your inner voice, reduce anxiety. So if you are feeling anxious right now, I feel like Spirit is kind of, guiding you to have some sort of retreat, whether that's a staycation, just at your home all weekend, your favorite food, your favorite movies, catching a vibe, especially now that we're like, in the fall season and, it's getting a little bit colder, more cozy. Like this is the best time because this is when the blankets come out, the cozy blankets and the candles and like, all the different like fall themed drinks and food, like the cookies and the, you know, pumpkin spice coffee creamer. Like this is the time where it feels the best to be, you know, going into your house, going into hermit mode. So make it good for yourself. Maybe even spending some time decorating your sacred space so it can feel really rejuvenating. And then take some time as you're in that solitude to journal and really just to realign yourself with what it is that you want. I feel like this is a good time for you to write down like exactly what you're looking for, especially with that Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck versus something you're already doing. Maybe this is more of a suggestion of spirit, you know, kind of saying, let us know what you want, because you're coming into a season where people are already interested in trying to get your attention. And if the only way they can reach you is through your thoughts and energy, then you may have like a poltergeist start to happen where it's like you're hearing footsteps, you're getting weird energy and stuff. Keep up on your spiritual protection and cleansing your energy, cleansing your aura, so people can't just run up and through your energy like that. But still, this is a good time to be intentional and to decide exactly what it is that you're wanting so you can, you know, manifest that in. If you really don't want to, not the dream card coming out, if you really don't want to get out of your comfort zone and like put yourself out there. So yeah, we have the dream card. It says prophecy, hint, guidance, oracle, revealing and symbolizing. So I feel like your guides are even sending you signs and signals. It feels like they want you to be out, not gonna lie. And it feels like you've finally come to the place where you're happy, but it's like, I don't want to say too happy, but it does kind of feel like you may be getting a little too comfortable in your solitude, or reasoning this solitude to an extreme, like to the point where it's like, you know, not only are you comfortable with it, but you really feel like this is the best way to do things, like literally to never allow anyone to see you or interact with you. And then it's like, okay, it's getting a little bit too much. We have the reconciliation card. So yeah, there is looking like there is someone in your energy who you've actually dealt with in the past that does want to come back. It says resolving conflicts, letting go of the past and forgetting the hate. So if you do have anything that's kind of dragging down your heart, I do feel like Spirit's calling you to release that. Also, I feel like someone else kind of turning over a new leaf. And if you feel like you've sabotaged a connection, or you've been mean to someone, you've done something to someone that, you know, was unfair, that they didn't deserve, I do see them releasing any anger in their heart for you. So don't be surprised if you check up on your ex's social media and it's like, oh, I'm unblocked. I'm not blocked anymore. We have the confession of love. I love this. At the bottom of the card, it says, say, I love you. But yeah, I feel like this is an energy coming towards you, confession of love. Someone is revealing their feelings. And to me, it feels like multiple people, but I don't see you like letting up. I don't see you really like letting someone in. So I'm trying to see like, okay, what's the nature of your next connection? And it feels like you're really kind of gatekeeping a relationship with you right now. Got one that fell on the floor. Oh, we got the rings card. So for you, I would say spouse. So far, I would say spouse. Symbol of love, union, and soul connection is what it says here. So it's looking like something more serious, definitely giving committed, with it being the rings card. Anything else from this deck? Okay. We have Prince Useless with protection, kindness, and undertaking. So this is the type of person you're attracting. Like I said, this is the Romeo and Juliet Oracle. So you can look up like Romeo and Juliet and get an idea of who Prince Useless is if you want more like hints. But it's not meant to like tell you like, oh, you're dating this exact archetype. We'll see as the reading plays out. But yeah, someone who is protecting of you, someone who's kind. I just heard someone who's normal. So maybe you've always dated like non-committal or non-conventional people. Yeah, non-conventional seems more fitting. Non-conventional people that just have these abstract ideas of dating and relationships, to the point where, you know, if you're like more of an analytical person yourself, it may have felt really good to meet with someone who had their own beliefs. And I feel like you can respect that and you're really attracted to that. But when it comes to like long-term sustainability of a relationship, those abstract beliefs, I feel like you're coming back to the understanding of, okay, I'm attracted to that and it stimulates me mentally, but you may not have the tools to support that kind of person. You know, it may just be too much for you. So that may be something you've realized in your solitude. Like, you know what? I really just want more of a calm, kind person who wants to, you know, kind of like take me in the sense that they take full responsibility of their relationship with me. They can be held accountable and they're holding themselves accountable. Wow, we have the true love card and heart-to-heart conversations. So heart-to-heart conversations, I feel like this is going to come through you meeting this person. When you're going to know this person by the fact that you're able to have really deep conversations with them really right off the bat. So listen, don't be surprised, because with you in hermit mode, I feel like an energy of spirit and your guides trying to get you out of that. But if they can't, listen, they'll bring this through a tower moment, okay? A tree will fall down on your electricals near your house. Your cable is out. Now the cable guy has to come into your house and fix it. There you go. Now you're with the cable man. You know, like just something very unconventional. It could happen really any kind of way. Unexpected, totally unexpected for you. But anyways, we have the true love card here. It says this is the romance of a lifetime. Yeah, definitely giving more life partner type of energy, definitely more spouse type of energy for you, group 2. Heart-to-heart conversation says honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So I feel like this person is a safe space. They genuinely care about you. There's something about them taking responsibility of you as well that keeps coming through. Like spirit keeps bringing me back to like the undertaking aspect of Prince Useless. So it just feels like spirit is trying to say like they take full responsibility of you. I don't really know how to take that. It's giving me like the energy of you're their problem. So if you've had past relationships where they didn't take responsibility of you, like so say you were you know, you had too many drinks, so you can't drive yourself home. This isn't a person that's going to tell you to fend for yourself or like this is your fault. This is the person that takes full responsibility of you. Like, let me get my girlfriend, let me get my boyfriend, let me get my person out of here, like that kind of thing. This person genuinely cares, and spirit keeps highlighting that, and something about responsibility. Like they keep taking responsibility. I wonder if you have anything that requires a partner to have like a higher sense of responsibility. So if you have anything going on in your life where it's like, yeah, you do require like a really responsible kind of tapped in partner, this person has that quality. And you're really a team with this person. They don't see you as two separate entities. They really do see you as one. But heart-to-heart conversations, like I said, I do feel like that does apply to whatever other energy I'm feeling here. The reconciliation for some of you could be this Prince Useless energy, especially if you know that they've always been kind of wanting to marry you, but they, you know, it didn't happen before for whatever reason. You'll know that if they come in this energy now as well of being ready for like a long-term commitment. But I'm feeling for the majority of you, it's likely going to be more new love that comes in with this rings energy, with this marriage energy, and the past energy, you know, the person who does want reconciliation, that is going to require like a heart-to-heart conversation, really for the purpose of closure. Anything else from this deck, Spirit? We have separation and forgiving and learning. So yeah, this is giving me like 10-10 energy. You may be seeing that as an angel number at this time. It's giving like cycle completion. I'm also seeing 333. Forgiving and learning says, as you released and heal from the past, you experience more love in the present moment. So as you forgive your ex, you're actually going to be able to enjoy this new relationship a lot better. And then separation says time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So this feels like something you're already in, especially with solitude being the first card for you. I feel like that spirit kind of confirming that this is the end of the road of that past connection, unless that is the person coming through. And again, you'll know if it's them coming through with this marriage offer by the fact that they'll just kind of make it right up front, and they're showing up in a very throat chakra activated energy where they're willing to communicate. If they're showing up throat chakra block, just trying to like forget the past, not trying to talk about it, nope, it's better to get closure and then to open yourself up for the future, especially since you've already been, you know, single or on your own. Even if it's just mentally, you may have had the body there of someone kind of keeping you busy, but mentally it definitely feels like you've been separated and alone for a while. So it's like, what's a bit longer to wait, especially now knowing that it'll be such a high-level connection that's worth it. We have the 3 of Swords in reverse and the 6 of Swords in reverse. So that's almost giving me a little tower moment energy, not going to lie. 6 of Swords in reverse is kind of something you're still hanging on to from the past, having a hard time moving on towards your future to this new beginning. 3 of Swords in reverse, it kind of feels like it's not the person you're attached to, but it's those negative feelings. Honestly, the feelings may be trapped in your body. So do some things to be active, you know, some hip opening yoga, some things to like literally release that tension from your physical body, or maybe even your physical space. Especially if you've lived in your room, like if you're still in your childhood room, or if you've been living there for years, like 3 years plus, oof, unless you're keeping up on cleansing every week or at least every month, like it's in the walls, you know. Fill up a spray bottle with water and some lemon essential oil, and that's enough to really kind of cleanse the walls. If you want to just spray it, fine, but it is better if you can take like a fiber cloth, you know, and actually wipe it down. And as you're wiping it down, you know, setting that intention that you're releasing that energy, you can literally just repeat that or say affirmations like, I'm releasing any negative stagnant energy, any energy from the past, because it's like you experience all this like heartbreak or, you know, sadness or whatever it is you've gone through in your physical space, in your room, even in your bed. It may be time to get a new mattress, group 2, especially if it got a dip in it. Let that mattress go, child. The mattress don't even want to be there no more. You know what I'm saying? Let it go. It's time to move on. We got the 5 of Pentacles. I'm not going in on your mattress. I'm just saying, you know, there's a buildup of energy. You want to release that. You may be seeing some 505, 515. We got some repeating 5s here. We actually have 3. We had the 5 of Swords that came up in reverse before, and then we have the 5 of Pentacles and the 5 of Wands that just came up in reverse, and the Ace of Cups in reverse. I don't like this, group 2. This feels like you've almost taken on the responsibility of like energy transmuter in this life, and even if that was your past purpose, it is no longer your purpose anymore, or it doesn't have to be. You can choose another purpose or your new purpose moving forward in your life. But this feels like Ace of Cups in reverse, like this is just my destiny. This is 5 of Wands in reverse. I don't want to rock the boat. I don't want to step on any toes. I don't want to be them. I don't want to be like them. But it's like, for the sake of your own life and moving on, like, do what you need to do. It feels like you're like, I don't want to be like them, so I don't want to, you know, communicate to people. I don't want to disappoint anyone, or I don't want to rock the boat. I don't want to get out of my comfort zone because this is just, you know, who I am. This is what I am. This is my life. And it's like, no, it's definitely time to get out of hermit mode, get out of that bed, get out of that room, get out of your comfort zone. We have the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, so it's seeming that this Prince Eustace, maybe that's the way they're taking responsibility of you, like financially. That'd be cool. Let's see. Spirit, can you tell us more about the relationship? The relationship moving forward. We have the 10 of Swords. Very healing, very purging and cleansing. Wow, you guys are getting like repeating numbers. Now we have 1010. We had the 555. I feel like I may have even said that at some point in your reading, that you may have been seeing 1010. But we have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse and the 10 of Swords. So this is kind of like, I don't deserve 10 of Pentacles. I don't deserve like to be financially taken care of. You know, I got to take care of myself. Maybe you've had to take care of yourself from a young age. So you didn't get time to really kind of rest in being provided for, even if it's emotionally, if your parents leaned on you too much. I just heard divorce. You may have seen a divorce in your lifetime and been personally affected by it, aka like your parents divorcing or something like that. But we have the 10 of Swords, so it does kind of feel like you've kind of given up hope. Ace of Pentacles in reverse, it feels like you don't have, you know, any energy left. So I would definitely stay in hermit mode if it's something that is, you know, if it's like healing for you. But if it's avoidance, I feel like Spirit is calling you out of your comfort zone. And even if it's not like you literally putting yourself out there and being around a bunch of people, just literally getting outside, getting in nature, you know, going to a beach, even in the, you know, fall and winter, beaches can be really nice just to go on a walk and to see the water and to get that fresh air and that water energy. We have the Tower in reverse and the Fool card. So Spirit is saying like that fear you're feeling, it really is a battle of the mind, because that's not actually something that you will experience in your physical reality. The Fool card is, if anything, an energy of like a new beginning starting. And with the Tower in reverse, I feel Spirit saying like, it's not going to be a Tower moment like you think. For some of you, the Tower is having a conversation with your ex and finally, you know, stepping away from them. I don't feel like it's going to be nearly as bad as you think, but yeah, I would definitely say that this is giving an energy of a spouse. Actually, I'm going to pull from here. Spirit for group 2. All right, we have, you need to ignore what everyone else is doing and achieving. Your life is about breaking your own limits and outgrowing yourself. Absolutely. It's you against you. You against you, group 2. It says you are not in competition with anyone else. Plan to outdo your past, not other people. So maybe getting off of social media, because that's another thing. It's like you get out of the real world and then you just jump right into another one. So you're not actually detached at all. You're still consuming all the crap that everyone else has going on, everybody else's life and energy. And then it's like curated because it's filmed, you know, with a camera or through text. You know, if you're on Twitter or whatever it is, constantly scrolling. So this is a really good time for a social media cleanse. The second one, it says, accept where you are at this moment in time. Only then can you move forward. Be clear about your intentions. That was that Ace of Wands energy that we got in the beginning of your spread. Setting some intention, deciding what you want, journaling down exactly what it is that you're looking for at this, you know, next phase in your life, and communicating to Spirit like, listen, Spirit, I'm thankful for everything I've experienced thus far, but I'm ready for new beginnings. And this is what that looks like to me, ideally. It says, be clear about your intentions. This will make it easier for us in the universe to help you. Doors will unexpectedly open. Be ready. And it's like that saying, you know, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. I feel like a lot of what you may be struggling with is really in your head, and Spirit is trying to get you out of that. And I feel like the most healing experience will be being with this person. I feel like that's what's really going to heal you. And, you know, a lot of people say, like, you know, it's not someone else's responsibility to heal you. And I do believe in that to a degree, but also healing does happen a lot of the time through interpersonal relationships, through friendships, through people that you know, through romantic relationships. So I do see that that is going to be true for you in your case. That's what I have for you, group 2. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. And that's what I have for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 3 with the purplish brownstone and the Gilded Tarot Royale, this is your reading. We're going to see boyfriend, spouse, lover, or other. Who and what is next in love, Spirit? This is for group 3 with the purplish brownstone. Please show us who is next for them. Nice. So right away, first card we have out for you, we have crossing the barrier. So if you've been experiencing a lot of blunders in love, misunderstandings, not being able to see eye to eye with people, not feeling like you found your tribe or your person, like people who really get you, I do see you crossing the barrier and coming into a space in your life where honestly, even like friendships, like all around, you're having much better connections. So I feel like this will affect really all areas of your life, friendships, work, relationships. Even when you're navigating through the world, if you feel like you just have been having bad luck lately, I do see that subsiding. I do see you crossing the barrier. Nice. We have social events. So Spirit may be calling you to get out of your comfort zone. And that is the energy I kind of felt. It did feel like a physical move, like a job change or something like that. It felt like an energy of you really meeting a lot of new people, either because of like some new activity that you're doing or some new social setting that you're in, a new environment like work or school, a social event. Social event says establishing contact, invitation. Ooh, that'd be really nice for you to be invited out and have someone go out of their way to kind of welcome you into their sacred space, and fellowship. So I'm getting an energy of new friends, new people around you. If you have anything new coming up, even like some travel, I feel like you're going to make lifelong friends on that trip or through this experience that you have. We have eager with immediate action. So everything is kind of giving like new kid on the block kind of energy. Like when you have the exchange student at school and everybody's going gaga over them, or the new kid at school that transferred halfway in, it's giving that kind of energy. Like you're the new person in a space, and it's making everyone kind of like really interested in you. Your magnetism is amplified. A lot of people want to get to know you. Or honestly, even if you're in the same environment, I feel like your energy is changing or your energy is different. So it's causing you to have a different reaction with your environment. It's causing you to have new and different experiences. Like as before, you go to, the grocery store, and the checkout person, doesn't really make an effort to have any sort of conversation with you. I feel like that's changing, where it's like you're actually getting greeted when you walk in, and people are taking you seriously. Even your shopping experiences are leveling up. Where it's like before, you maybe never had associates like really check on you or something like that, and I'm seeing that changing. We got oath to the moon. So it definitely looks like people are obsessing right now over you. Vows of love is what it says at the bottom of that one. So whoever this is coming in, it does feel like multiple people interested in your energy. I just saw 333 on the camera. That could be an angel number you're seeing at this time. But vows of love, it does feel like there's a high level of communication when it comes to you, people talking to you and specifically expressing their desire for you or their attraction towards you. We have Friar Lawrence coming out. So this is the Romeo and Juliet Oracle. So there may be like some familiar themes, and you can always look up Romeo and Juliet if you want to get a better idea of like the energy or the archetype. It says wise, trustworthy, caring, and optimistic. This Friar Lawrence energy, though, is giving me more like a messenger. It's giving me more like a spirit guide that is working with you right now, or that is guiding you, bringing you messages, bringing you love. Like you may specifically be working with, I just heard Cupid. Well, that's interesting. I never really thought of trying to work with Cupid, but it would make sense. Usually, it's like Venus, Aphrodite. But that's interesting. Yeah, working with Cupid. I mean, why wouldn't you when it comes to love? So this could be a spirit guide or some sort of like guide or deity you've petitioned to help you out. This is also a really good time to petition a guide or deity to help you out. Literally, it's just like a love letter. Or just a letter like, dear Venus, dear Cupid, whoever you're wanting to work with, and express to them everything that you're thinking and feeling, everything that you've learned and experienced, and then ask them for what it is that you want with love. And then just make sure to make them an offering, something that, resonates and feels good. For Venus, usually I get like a rose, a really pretty one, and then I flip it upside down. And if you take the stem between your hands and you put the rose stem in between your hands and you go like this, it'll fan out the rose. I usually do that personally for Venus, and then I like to put it on my altar and just kind of like really welcome her into my life, give her space. I've just noticed that's how we kind of harmonize the best, when I give her space, when I like really welcome her into my life as if she's like a real presence. But you can offer fruit to nature. Some people like to put like little cakes and things like that, like on their altar. We have Juliet here. So you are literally like the one. Like people are very much so seeing you in that Juliet energy, obsessing. And it's like right away, it just feels like people are seeing you as best case scenario. It says inner strength and independence. So I do feel like you have your own mind, and I do feel like people can see the strength in your character. People tap into your energy and they can tell that you're not someone that can be easily manipulated. I'm sorry, it just drives me absolutely insane when it's not straight, but it's literally never straight, and it's never going to be straight, and I think I just need to get over it. But yeah, people are seeing you like in your power. People are seeing your energy as very powerful and attractive, magnetic. People are looking at you like, how can I add value to your life? This is Juliet. This is not just any old body. I got to come correct. I got to come with some value. That's how people are seeing you. So far, I'm getting a lot of people in your energy and a lot of things changing, but I'm not seeing you committing to anyone quite yet to give you a boyfriend, spouse, lover, or other. Spirit, can you show us who they will commit to, the nature of their next connection? We have finances and career that came out. It says financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So perhaps that's why it seems like there's this energy of everything kind of changing and shifting in your life, like even to do with finance and friends, because that's having a direct effect on romance. So to be honest, you could be meeting your next partner through a job. You guys could be coworkers before anything pops off. We have the retreat card. So it's like, for whatever reason, you don't want to be that open right now. Okay, that makes sense. We have worth waiting for. So it's kind of like you're waiting for the one. I get an energy of you're not settling, and I feel like that's why we're not getting an exact, because you may be at that like tipping point in your life where you are willing and growing into becoming, or like being single. Like it feels like you're becoming okay with like, maybe I'll be single for the next few years, like shoot, 5-10 years, like however long it takes. If it's not the one, I'm not settling. It seems like you guys are getting dangerously close to that state of mind where it's like, you know what, I could really be single and be okay with that, and it wouldn't be the worst thing ever. And it's so true. Like I see that so much on social media, like so many people like, you know, single, no kids, and it's like they make TikToks about it and whatever, and then it just triggers the heck out of people. But it's true. Like it's a lot of obligation to be married. It's a huge obligation, definitely, to have kids. So you may be getting closer and closer with the fact, like, maybe I'll give like rich auntie or rich uncle vibes instead. Unless it's the one, you may not settle. So that may be the whole tea. But we'll see. We'll keep looking for it. Retreat says it's time to disconnect from the world. Worth waiting for says divine timing is at work in your love life. So I feel like Spirit is just saying you got to know when to leave. Don't, even when you're going to social events and meeting new people and all of this, you got to know when to leave. Also, don't give people too much access to your energy too soon. I feel like it's really about building respect. Also, people may try to, you know, haze you. So just be comfortable, like moving into a new job. They may take you out and it's like the drinks are flowing and everybody else is taking water shots and they're trying to see like, are you messy? Do you have limits? Do you have strong boundaries? Or are you just going to keep throwing them back because we are? So just be mindful. You know, people can be sneaky like that. We have chemistry. Okay, I like this. Okay, finally, someone's energy coming through. Chemistry says there's a strong magnetic attraction here. We have you deserve love. At the bottom of that card, it says you are lovable. So I feel like that's really your energy. Like, you know you're lovable, you know you're worthy, and you're really kind of empowered right now. And it's like, listen, if it's not right, it ain't going to be in my life, period. So that's just your vibe. You're like, listen, it's got to be fabulous. If it's not fabulous, if it's not giving like amazing, then I'm not giving it the time of day. Period. Like, I'm not doing it. So I love this. I love you and your power. I love you feeling good. But it does seem like there is some natural chemistry kind of happening here. And that's the thing about the chemistry card. Like, it always hints towards like a mutual kind of thing, because in order to have chemistry, both parties have to mutually be interested. So I do see that the love is blossoming with someone. Spirit, can you show us the nature of that connection? It feels like it's moving very slow, but the beauty about that is it's moving slow because you're showing up as Juliet, very independent, very much so the belle of the ball, the person who gets a lot of attraction, the person that has people really wanting them and sure that they want them right away, going crazy over you. So it's not like something where it's like, okay, nothing's popping off because, you know, you're not getting any options. It's more like you're waiting for like the person who really deserves you, standing in your power. But there's something naturally kind of popping off. Spirit, can you show us that connection? It's so hush hush, it's so quiet, almost like you don't even want to admit it. And that may be something that happens to you a lot. You may have a hard time admitting that you have feelings for someone, Oh, I see. King of Swords in reverse. Okay. It's all about the approach, first of all. We have King of Swords in reverse. You're not into that hyper masculine. It may not be resonating with you anymore. When you feel chased, you're going to run. We got the Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like your time is coming and you're being aligned with like a long-term partner for sure. And to a degree, that's all that you would accept. But we have the Nine of Cups here. So you're in a very empowered space right now. King of Swords in reverse. No one can come in your life and just kind of get you off track. I gotta kind of cover up the Star card, but we did get the Star in reverse. She don't have all her, she's scantily clad, so we gotta cover her up. But we did get the Star in reverse, so it's kind of like, I don't feel like you're in this very magical thinking. You're definitely in your logical mind and shutting people down right away. If they're coming in with all this energy trying to chase you down, you are shutting them down right away. You're not even running from them. You're facing them and you're telling them, listen, stop trying to talk to me, or like whatever. Like, it may be very direct and a bit cold. People may be seeing you as cold, but crazy thing is it's making them want you anymore. Like, ooh, she independent. I like that. I literally had someone, I was fresh from the gym the other day, walking into the Dollar Tree, child. There was this man loading up Pepsi Colas. I'm like, sir, if you don't do your job, bro is like a good 30 feet away from me, like going back to the semi, getting the Pepsi Colas. He was like, oh, you smell good. I like that. I'm like, what? If you don't focus on your job, that's just the energy I get with you. Like, people are just like crazy about you for no reason. I'm like, sir, please focus on your job. People are kind of, oh, the Lovers, wow. So yeah, this is definitely very divinely guided. And again, we got the Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So it feels like you're really focused on work more than anything, focused on career. But the Lovers would be like a, once in a lifetime type of romantic opportunity. So if I had to say the nature of this connection, it's honestly giving me a bit of lover vibes, because first of all, it's slow, it's very deep, you're getting to know each other. I feel like you can get really caught up in the terms itself as well. So it's giving more. The reason why it's not giving spouse for me is just because I see your independence shining through so clear. You may be the kind of person where it's like you can't really focus on love if you're not where you want to be financially or where you want to be career-wise. And that's what it feels like. It feels like you're more so focused on career and the new beginnings in your life and really creating like the life of your dreams, setting yourself up for success. I'm also picking up on a single parent energy. It's like you're so hungry for it because you will not fail, that child. You want them to have the best of the best. You want them to have everything that you didn't have. So you want to provide regardless of, how they got brought in. You want to make sure that their future is exactly how it should be, where they can be a kid. So we have the Eight of Pentacles. It seems like you're more focused on career, but there is this natural, Lovers, there is this natural romantic connection that's blossoming for sure. We have the Nine of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, there's just bigger fish to fry. Three of Wands in reverse. It's kind of like you're ignoring all the love offers coming towards you, because Three of Wands, it's a card of like, the ships coming in, things coming in, new opportunities, long awaited, long expected blessings and things that you've kind of anticipated coming in for a long time. So I feel like love has been a long time coming, especially with starting with crossing the barrier of you finally moving into a space where things are really fruitful for you. Things are finally starting to get better. You're really focused on anchoring that in, not gonna lie, but there is someone who's very persistent, someone with this Lovers card that you're having natural chemistry with. But we have the Nine of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. So you have, career, finances, and stability on your mind as your main priority. So I feel like it's gonna be slow. And you guys are going to build into, like, it feels like lovers for sure. And then maybe like a potential spouse. I'm not getting that confirmation from the cards, but just having foresight as a reader, doing a lot of readings, this can definitely turn into a life partnership. But it just feels like you're waiting for the one. So if it's not like 1,000% right, even if it's really, really good, but it's still not right, like you could have a heart-based connection with someone, but if you don't have the 3D-based connection, like we have the same values, we agree on the way that we live, even down to like very simple 3D things like cleanliness. someone could have your heart, but if they're not like a clean person, you will not cross that barrier with them, where it's like you're moving in and starting a life with a slob. Like, you're just not doing it. So it feels like you're gatekeeping a relationship with yourself, not gonna lie. We got the Ace of Wands in reverse. No one can set their intention and say they're gonna be with you and just move forward with you. You're very much so gatekeeping yourself. You're waiting for the perfect right one. So it may be a while still until like the one is coming through, or the person you will settle down with. Because like I said, if I'm being 100% transparent, I'm not getting spouse from the cards, but I do feel like that potential is there personally. We have the Knight of Pentacles, so there's love offers coming up. And with the chemistry card and the Lovers card, there's definitely like a divinely guided connection that's showing up in your life, but it just feels like you got bigger fish to fry right now. We got the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Like, you may be being really hard on yourself as well. Like, listen, I can't afford to fall in love right now. Not in a financial kind of way, but like, you know, like in an energetic kind of way. Like, I have way too many other things to focus on and do before I'm surrendering. So may still be a bit of time, but again, it would be something that's still a win-win for you, because it's not like, oh, there's no offers, nothing going on, nothing. If anything, it's the direct opposite. You have the most energy like in your spread so far. Still got group 4 to go, but in terms of like options and multiple energies, you'd be the highest so far. So it's not about, you know, there's no chemistry happening, no one asking you on dates. If anything, Knight of Pentacles, you're probably going on a lot of dates, a lot of social events, a lot of people trying to offer different things to you. But if it's not exactly right, I do not see you surrendering. And maybe you still need time to decide what's exactly right. We got the Two of Earth here. It says working too hard or multiple jobs, the need to bring balance and fun into your life. Juggling multiple priorities and balancing the budget. So you may be super focused on career, which we already know, but Spirit is telling you this is a good thing to enter, like to allow new experiences and fun into your life. It's going to help your energy too. It's going to help make you more magnetic for career. And I don't feel like you'll overdo it, because you're so consciously aware of yourself. If you're feeling like, okay, I don't want to, you know, go back into old habits, and I don't want to be out too much and then slip. I'm finally starting to win. I want more wins. I don't feel like you'll overdo it. We have the Six of Fire. It says victory. Wise choices that bring public recognition and success. It says promotion, awards, and scholarships. So yeah, it's like you're literally focused on leveling yourself up. You're focused on like your own journey. You're not trying to make things perfect and fun for other people. You're definitely more focused on you, your own, building yourself up, that kind of thing. It's you versus you right now. Nice. We have you are not moving too slowly. Drop the self-induced pressure. You are at the sweet spot between taking care of yourself and making advancements on your goals and on your path. There is no such thing as being behind. Smile, breathe, and carry on. So I feel like Spirit's telling you to open up your energy, allow yourself to have more fun. There is different options in love coming in. I don't see you accepting them, if I'm being honest, but there are options. We have that Lovers card, which is definitely a high level love connection. So my final answer for you, group 3, is definitely going to be lover. And it feels like, again, it's because you're kind of gatekeeping yourself a bit right now. So it will definitely escalate as you allow it. It's not like the options aren't there. It's literally just like, it kind of feels like you're not exactly ready. That's what I have for you. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like a private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. But that's what I have for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 4 with the Redstone and the Rider-Waite Tarot, this is your reading. Boyfriend, spouse, lover, or other. Who and what is next in love? We're gonna see. Spirit, this is for group 4 with the Redstone. Please show us who and what is next in love for group 4. Nice. Ooh. So first of all, we have falling in love. And then we have step forward. I mean, even if it's like boyfriend, girlfriend, your partner, typically those relationships, you fall in love with them as well. But I'm getting like a guaranteed you're actually falling like deeply in love with this person, which is cool. And we have step forward here. So this kind of feels like whatever you've experienced in the past, this is the higher octave of that. So if you've ever been, like if you've only ever been like someone's partner, this is like an energy of you upgrading to being someone's fiance. If you've, you know, been fiance, this is like an energy of you getting married. If you've already been married, well, yay, you're getting married again. Like this is an energy of a step up, a step more than what you've had. So this is definitely showing a promising energy, serious, you know, commitment energy right away. Fall in love says enchanting love. So this is a love that kind of, I want to say, consumes you. Not in the sense that it consumes like all your thoughts, all your time, and you're like just super codependent and always, you know, physically with this person, but enchanting, like something about this does feel magical. You feel enchanted. You feel like you're having your, you know, Disney prince, Disney princess moment where it's like you're having that kind of storybook, you know, energy, you know, finally happen for you. We have the step forward. It says accelerate, bring forward, and making progress. So if you've been stuck or stagnant, I do see that you're finally having some progress. Also, Spirit is saying if you did spell work, it's working. So if you've done any sort of magic or spell work, ritual, etc., Spirit did say that specifically, that it's working. Oh my goodness, you guys. Okay, I'm picking up a very specific message for a small portion of you. No, Spirit is saying it applies to almost everyone. Oh my goodness. Okay, so for some of you, so we have forced marriage and dark deal. So for half of you, this is a situation you would know it's you because it's like your religion. It feels like something about your parents. It feels like an arranged marriage type of energy. And the dark deal feels like someone else made it for you. For some of you, there may be some spell work that you did when you were younger or something that you did when you were younger that the karma is coming to collect. So it does feel like there is going to be an imposter amongst you. So I'm going to do my best to clarify exactly who is who so that you don't end up committing to the wrong person. But there is someone coming in super hot, either by your, you know, parents or your family, your religion, whatever, whoever, trying to organize this for you and rush you into something. Or this is an energy of a person coming through. It's just giving dark contract energy where it's like someone is trying to force you into a connection with them. And it just feels like this is not the one that you want. This is not the one that you asked for. It feels like either that person is like, you know, under the influence themselves of some sort of dark entity, or this is like a karma type of situation from something that you had done in the past. So you'll know pretty much what side you're on depending on what has happened and, you know, anything that you may have done. I guess it's 3 different groups of people. It's one, you know, family or religion, like an arranged marriage. The second group is like, this is karma coming back from some sort of spell work that you did. The third group would be just someone on their own, like trying to pursue you because they're under the influence of some sort of spiritual or, you know, dark attachment. So we're definitely going to see what that's talking about. Forced marriage says loss of freedom and excessive interference. Honestly, maybe even there's 4 groups, because for a small portion of you, you may not want to be married, but it's a non-negotiable for this person you're falling in love with. So it does kind of feel like a dark deal. Or if you don't believe in signing contracts or marriage contracts, that could be what it is for you. Like maybe it feels spiritually wrong, or it feels like something you shouldn't do spiritually. It says wrong decision and incorrect direction at the bottom of dark deal. So let's see what else we get. Spirit for group 4. We have the kiss. We have the Capulet. So this is the Romeo and Juliet Oracle. Listen, this Capulet, it feels exactly like, you can look up, Romeo and Juliet, the play, to rejog your memory to give you a good idea of, who the characters are. But it says fatherly love, controlling, and dogmatism. So there seems to be like either a person that has control over you or wants to. It could be your literal father, like maybe in your culture, you marry, into better families, maybe it's like a well-known thing and normalized, that, if you have like a beautiful son or daughter, whatever, like you kind of like, and that's the whole concept behind well, let me not get the line because I don't really know from experience, but that's kind of wrapped into like the dowry or the bride price kind of like idea, because yeah, like the family is going to benefit having that girl in their life. That girl is going to be either working for them, cooking for them, taking care of them. And in a lot of cultures, it is expected for you to take care of the family, whether you're, man or woman. So there is a price to that because they know the value of what they're giving away. So with the Capulet, there is someone in your life that feels like they have this weird ownership over you. Honestly, it could even be a past partner. And it's like, oh, you think you're really going to move on and step into a new connection? I'm not going to miss out on you, being in my life and being the one that wants me, because that means that now I, have to go back to the drawing board. And they are not okay with that. We have the Kiss card. It says the sublimation of love, eternal loyalty, and noble sacrifice. So the kiss in this deck actually refers to like the last kiss that, I can't remember who it was, if it was Romeo or Juliet, because they like basically took this potion that was supposed to like slow down their heart rate, etc., and make them appear like they passed so that the families would, treat them like so, and then carry out, funeral or whatever, but they would wake up days later or however long later and be able to be together. But I forget exactly the story. Maybe I need to brush up on the story as well. But anyways, it just feels like, it feels dark, not gonna lie. It feels like you having to actually find love in the dark, maybe even getting married to someone, and both of you are like in agreement that, listen, we're not going to be together romantically, we're just going to do this for our families, and then we'll both have whatever going on the side. It feels like there's some sort of big sacrifice being asked of you, group 4. And it's like all you want is literally to fall in love, to move forward, to feel like maybe it's just society having control over your life. You just want to release that. You don't want to care so much about what other people think or what other people want for you or believe. You want to live life your own. Maybe you even want to leave social media, leave your town, drop off the grid and just go live with your person. And your family, your friends, they have a hard time accepting that. It feels very enmeshed. We have true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. So I would say it's giving spouse energy, but there's also some other weird timeline or weird energy going on here. It definitely feels like there's some sort of trap going on in the midst of you stepping into like this true love you're actually having with someone. You have the very soon card that wanted to jump out, but it didn't come all the way out. Yeah, it just feels like there's new love trying to come towards you, new things trying to come into your life, but there's also like some sort of energy of like an entity or a person that wants control over you or that sees your value and wants to be the person making, like they want to benefit from you. Whether it's an ex and they want to benefit from you because they don't want you to leave them, they want you to always be an option for them whenever they are ready, or whether it's like more of a parental influence and they see your value and they're trying to, broker this deal for you so that they can benefit from it. Or even if it's just society and you feel like people are so inauthentic these days that you can't show up as your authentic self, so it feels like a trap to go into a marriage. You're not sure if that's exactly what you want because of how it's, kind of used today. It just feels like there's some sort of like opposing energy around you. We have it's safe for you to love, and then we have release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So this is a really good time to do like a cord cutting, some sort of cleansing, clearing. I sell spell work on my Etsy shop, so I can always help you with that. But this is a good time to detach yourself from any past energy, clear the way for you to move into new love and to attract a new love partner towards you, to just get it all done at once so you can be released from this. But For some of you, honestly, it may be easier said than done, especially if it's like an arranged marriage type of thing. I don't know nothing about that. I don't know how, like, easy it would actually be to reject that. I don't even know if you can reject that. It's safe for you to love says, open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So I do get this energy of spirit wanting you to step into your future where you can live authentically and you can have the kind of connection that you want. But I mean, come on, we got the free yourself card coming up. Like, there is something or someone attached to your energy, and spirit is calling you to maybe even make a big leap of faith. Like, in order to actually detach from this, maybe this means like moving away from your parents, but it's just not realistic in today's day. Like, things are way too expensive. So I'm like, how can I tell someone to do that when I'm also in this 3D experience? And I'm like, that's not, it's not logical. Like, but that's what the leap of faith is about. So I don't know. It does say it's time to take back control of your life. So for those of you who this is an ex or a karmic, it's time to put them in their place and either bind them back to hell where they came from, either, you know, magically or with spell work, or in the 3D by telling them straight up, like, listen, you're not coming to my life no more. And this is the time to go bug wild, okay? This is the time to really drill it in, okay? Even if you looking crazy, looking like Yzma, okay, looking like you're off your rocker, this is the time to take it there. You know, this is the time to go unhinged and feral, because it's like you're literally fighting for your life right now. Not gonna lie, like, that's how it feels. We have trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. So I do feel like spirit is going to bring in some help. This is definitely a good time to petition your guides to stand, you know, to protect you, to be around you right now, to open up the ways for miracles to come through, for best case scenario to come through. Spirit for group 4. What is going to happen for them? It's like, yeah, there's a spouse energy, but for some of you, it's not like, oh, I'm hearing spirit spouse. For some of you, oh my goodness, you have a spirit spouse connected to you that will not let you go. That will not let you go, and you need to break that connection. That means you're not going to any longer be able to see them in the dream space. You know, there's no more escapism, knowing that at least I have someone, something that I am connected to. And it's going to hurt for you too, because like, if you've leaned on that and you've sat in that energy and you've had physical manifestations of it, of experiences in relation to this spirit spouse connection, it's time to break that. Because I do feel like this prevalent energy of spirit wanting to come in and bring you like a true love. But there's also like this attachment, either a physical person, you know, parents, family, whatever. You apply it whatever way you know it applies to you. But yeah, 6 of Cups in reverse. Spirit is saying you're going to have to cut ties with the past in order to move forward. And that's not always the case. Yeah. 8 of Swords, there's definitely an entanglement here, someone who's still attached to you. And I'm not someone who believes that you always have to let go of one thing in order for a new thing to come through, because I've personally experienced it where it's like I've been in relationships and had better options literally come in, present themselves to me, and not give a F that I was in a relationship, and being willing to offer me what I was being offered plus more. So it's not a thing where it's like, oh, you always have to let go of the past for new to come in. It just isn't true, you know. New love can come in at any time. However, in this case, I feel like it's like you're binded, or there's some sort of dark deal that needs to be undone. Listen, like I said, I offer spell work. If you have done some work, you can come to me, you can tell me, it's a safe space, and I will undo that for you so that you can untie yourself. But you know that you're tied up like magically when you start having like a string of bad luck, or it's like multiple areas in your life start being affected, like even friendships are going down the drain, or you're attracting a bunch of like kind of negative experiences, whatever. That's how you know your energy is tied up, because it'll start to affect multiple areas of your life, not just love, not just career, but like all areas and relationships and things like that. So there's definitely something going on. You want to clear that as soon as you can. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. It's like, yeah, 4 of Wands, marriage energy. So you guys, I would definitely say that there's a spouse. Yeah, Page of Cups in reverse. Spirit is pretty consistent about this being kind of spouse energy. But it's like, will you marry the right one or not? That's the whole tea. That's the discrepancy. Like, there is a marriage happening here, period. It's either already happened through a dark deal or some sort of agreement, or it's a spirit spouse connection that you've been attached to for a long time. Or it's something, you know, like I said, coming through from like some sort of parental involvement. Let me cover her up. We got the Star that came out reversed and the King of Wands in reverse. So it definitely has blocked like King of Wands manifestations. And you may be quite the magician, like tapping into your energy. I don't feel like, maybe now you're not really into doing magic, but it doesn't feel like you've been afraid of magic in the past. It feels like you're tapped in. You may identify more of like an alchemist, you know, someone who works with herbs and oils, and it's more like, you know, transmutation versus like manifestation and making something happen or forcing anything, da da da. So you may see it a different kind of way, but it feels like you're like the work hasn't been hitting recently. We have the Page of Cups in reverse, which is good. So I don't see any rinky-dink love offers coming towards you, just period. So that'll be cool. You don't have to worry about like any yahoos playing in your energy. But there is, you know, as we've been talking about through this reading, like the energy of like Four of Wands. This is your season for marriage, just period, group 4. It really feels like that. I feel like you guys will be married very quickly. It's just kind of like, who will it be? Spirit for group 4. We have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse and the Fool card, and then we have the Page of Wands. So I feel like Spirit is saying Page of Wands, Fool card. In order for best case scenario to play out for you, there's going to have to be some leap of faith, some sort of commitment. That's what the Fool card is all about. He's standing right on the edge. You got the dog like, hold on, human. You're getting too close to the edge, but the Fool card, the Fool is liberated. He's ready to go. Sun is shining on him. He's ready to start his journey. But it does represent there being like loyal, protective forces around you, keeping you from going too far. We have the Page of Wands though. So Spirit is saying turn away from the edge and move into this new beginning. And we have your back. There is a leap of faith being required for you here. We got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. It just seems like there's a very easy chance that you could end up with the short end of the stick if someone else has control. So it would take, you know, a big commitment in order for you to be able to move into something that would be like your idea of true love, you know, real love, falling in love. We have the 7 of Pentacles and the 7 of Swords. You may be seeing 777. And I just get no risk nor no reward with this. You know, I feel like you would really looking at all the negatives that come with you going on your own or you doing certain things. It feels like you have a lot of obligation. But you have obligation to yourself as well. Group 4, like I always say, you are your first line of defense. You really are. And people will not look out for you the way that you can look out for you. And every once in a while, you meet someone with really good character who, even if something benefits them more, they will say, no, I'm going to do what benefits everyone the most in this situation. But you are your first line of defense, so you got to take care of you. I feel like there may be benefits because 7 of Pentacles is like there's quite the life that you've built with your current circumstance or where you are. So yeah, it is kind of like it does feel like a risk or a big thing to kind of walk away from all that. But I don't see that it would be a situation where you're walking away from everything and getting, you know, nothing out of it. I don't see that that would be the case at all. We have you are feeling somewhat confused by the events that are unfolding around you and the various seemingly contradicting information that's been coming your way. Trust your insights and do what they are telling you to do, and you will learn a lot about yourself and the direction that you want to take in your life. So I feel like it's just about carving your own path and making your own decision that's best for you. And if you have been provided for like in your current space, it's still like there's no price worth it for freedom, for true happiness. We have be clear about where you're putting your focus right now. Focus on your desired outcome. You have everything within to create the life of your dreams. Do not doubt yourself for once. This is your time. We got you. And that's the energy I kept getting consistently with the like loyal dog energy on the Fool card. Like your guides are like, listen, we got you. We're going to help you. But this is just out of your control. Like this is something you just got to flat out get away from and leave, because it does feel very, it feels very intense. Like I try to avoid extreme words, but it does feel like demonic. Not going to lie. So that's what I have for you, group 4. I would still say spouse, though, just to give you like your final answer, spouse for sure. My Etsy is in the description. If you'd like your own private tarot reading or any of my other magical offerings, that is where you can find me. And that's what I have for you today. I'll talk to you soon.